Hello. Thank you. And she read the whole bio. Thank you so much. Good morning, Ellington. Good morning. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty, family and friends, and above all, the incredible seniors of Duke Ellington School of the Arts. First, let me say y'all look good in your white, and congratulations. Today, we gather to celebrate not just an end, but a beginning, a launch pad for your dreams. As we stand on the threshold of this momentous occasion, I am deeply honored to address you, the Duke Ellington School of the Arts class of 2024 seniors, and to share in the collective pride that radiates throughout this theater. Each one of you sitting here today has embarked on a remarkable journey, a journey of self-discovery, creativity, and resilience. In this vibrant community of artist citizens, you have not only honed your craft these last 4 years, but also discovered the power of your voice, your unique expression, and your ability to make a difference in the world. To be able to discover your purpose and passion at an early age is one of the greatest gifts a young person can possess. Throughout your time here, you have learned the importance of setting goals, of envisioning a future, and taking deliberate steps to bring that vision to life, whether it's studying for academic tests, to preparing for your juries, or rehearsing for your plays and concerts. You've experienced firsthand the transformative power of ambition, investing in your craft, the power of dreaming big, and relentlessly pursuing those dreams with unwavering determination. Give yourselves a round of applause. Well, for me, it feels so good to come home on my 20th year of graduating from this prestigious school. 04? I am a testament to the transformative power of this institution, of arts education, community investment, and the profound impact it can have on one's life. My journey has been marked by twists and turns, triumphs and tribulations, and it was during my time at Ellington that I discovered not only the depth of my passion, but also the boundless potential within myself. Today, I stand in front of you as a graduate of Ellington, a successful professional artist, entrepreneur, community activist, and educator. For some, it may look like I've had an easy path, or as someone put on IG last week, girl, you stay winning. But this is far from the truth. Alongside my many successes, I have encountered incredible setbacks, challenges, depression and anxiety, heartbreak, and years of self-doubt. It is inevitable that you will face challenging times when you leave this building, as this is life. But it's during these times that our truest character is revealed, the grit, the resilience, and the unyielding drive that propel us forward, even in the face of adversity. Today, I want to talk to you about finding your own stage in life. For all of you that you continue on in your creative journeys, today I'm going to share with you some of the lessons I've learned as an artist to help you on your journey with, I'd say, 5 essentials you need in the real world. But first, let me take you back to the early 2000s when I was a student at Duke. My time at Ellington was historic, as I was part of the first and last fully graduating class of the musical theater department. We affectionately nicknamed ourselves the Alpha and Omega, or lab rats, because we were literally an experiment. Our program was unique because we studied on all 3 floors, something that had never been done before. We were housed in the theater department, taking theater classes with Mr. Ken Johnson and Miss Vera Katz, dance with Miss Kathy Smith, music theory with Miss Gray, My Ellington experience was full of creative experimentation, multidisciplinary training, and intellectual rigor. This is where I built my incredible work ethic. Ellington was my foundation. During my senior year, I was just beginning to learn through my own original work the artist that I would become much later. Much of what my teachers said to me stuck with me for many years, like when Mr. Johnson said, "Discipline is the work you put in when no one is watching." Or Miss Smith, "Get that leg up and do it again until it's right." Or Mr. Courtney Baker Oliver, "Every word matters. The writer wrote it for a purpose." Moments like these stayed with me and shaped me into the person and artist I am today. One experience that stuck with me the most was when my acting teacher, now a dear friend, Tracy Jenkins, asked our senior class, "Why do you want to be an actor? Why do you want to do this?" The room replied with a variety of answers. "It's my passion, it's my calling. The theater makes me feel alive." I, on the other hand, was perplexed. I had no answer. Perhaps it was my ego, perhaps my 17-year-old self just wanted to be seen, or maybe dreamed of being rich and famous one day. But I couldn't identify exactly why. At different stages in my career, I still continue to ask myself the same question. When I was a struggling actor in New York, working 4 jobs to pay my rent, I asked myself, why am I doing this? When I was exhausted from touring and performing my one-woman show and hauling my equipment on the train and bus from the Lower East Side to Harlem, I remember asking, why am I doing this? 2 months ago, I premiered 2 Broadway shows in 1 week, and I asked myself again, why am I doing this? This is a question I hope you will continue to ask yourself, not only in your artistic disciplines, but throughout life. Be thoughtful, be critical, and honest about your choices. So now let's get into my 5 essentials for artists entering the real world. Number 1, learn your craft, and actually learn everything in your field if you can. Learning your craft is key because it will be the thing that grounds you, roots you into this work when you feel like giving up, when you've heard more no's than yeses, when you truly think you're done. Be so good that you're undeniable, not for a job, not for the next opportunity. Radiate excellence because it's your God-given gift. Now, when I say learn everything, I mean take the time to learn other roles in your field. If you are an actor, learn what a director does. If you're a screenwriter, take time to understand the nuances of film editing. If you're a singer, take time to understand the composition from the instrumentalist point of view. And if you're a painter working in acrylic, challenge yourself and work in digital art. Challenging yourself to learn more about your entire field will stretch you, keep you curious, and expand your longevity in this industry. Today, I stand before you as a Tony-nominated Broadway producer. Thank you. Something I never dreamed for myself. People ask me all the time, how did you get into producing? I never studied it traditionally. I never knew what a producer actually did until my late 20s. And I never saw women, Black women, women of color producing until a few years ago. The truth is, I started producing when I was a child, putting on dance shows in my living room and inviting my family to watch me lip sync to Janet Jackson. But it was at Ellington where I engulfed myself into producing without even knowing it. You see, I was not the most celebrated student on stage here. I excelled academically very well, as I was in the top 5 in my class. But I never performed on the main stage until my senior year. But I was willing to do every single role there was in the theater, from box office to house management, to set and light design, to costumes, playwriting, directing. By my sophomore year at Ellington, I began producing events and street theater programs for our musical theater ensemble. I learned producing grassroots style. There is always an opportunity to learn, whether it's traditionally in a classroom or grassroots. My second piece of advice is network across, not up. I remember hearing Hollywood writer-actress Issa Rae say this a few years ago. Network across, look to the people next to you and see who's just as passionate as you and rise together. Look around you right now. Go ahead, take a look. Look around. The people in this room is your network. Hold on to it. You are each other's power. We are in this room, the makers, the artists. We hold the power. Know that your power as an individual and your power as a collective. Remember that every time you enter an audition, or you're pitching your next show, or submitting your artwork to a gallery, that you hold the power. In 2011, I began building my children's brand, Callaloo Kids, a brand that promotes cultural literacy through African diaspora storytelling. The brand began as a children's play and quickly morphed into a book series for children, then into a live stage production with Muppet-style puppets, film, animation, and arts education curriculum. My team and I were totally independent, building boldly while being completely broke. What a time it was. We were fearless. I built this brand with my friends, my Ellington classmates, comprised of visual artists, actors, directors, writers, choreographers, and filmmakers who believed in my vision, who was willing to work the same way we used to create at Ellington. After being rejected from hundreds of agents, publishers, production companies, in less than 2 years, we had powerhouses like Sesame Street, PBS Kids, the Kennedy Center, and the Smithsonian reaching out to work with us, all with maintaining 100% ownership. And yes, then the money and checks started coming in. Remember, what you create is powerful. Don't sell yourself short. Don't look for those on top to invite you to their table. Build it yourself and build it with your people. Number 3, embrace your CEO-ness. My dream has always been to be an actor on Broadway. And as I explored other careers in my field out of curiosity and brokenness, entrepreneurship found me. While not all entrepreneurs are artists, all artists are entrepreneurs. You heard me? Okay. After college, I began to lean into my own uniqueness and look at my artistry as a business. I realized that auditioning 7 to 10 times a week and booking maybe once a month was not going to be it for me. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, in 2022, there were 2.4 million performers in the US. As low as 2% of actors are able to make a living out of acting. Note, I said make a living. We're not talking about people who will become Will Smith and Beyonce or Ariana Grande. I tell you these numbers not to scare you, but to empower you to position yourselves differently in the field. It takes more than just going to school for your craft to make it. It takes strategy, it takes planning, it takes an incredible amount of hustle. If you want to work in this industry, you have to find your own lane, find your own stage, find the thing that makes you different and lean into it. For some of you who continue working in the arts for the long haul, you'll experience that there's so much you can't control. You might be waiting months or years for the next opportunity, but what you can control is yourself, how you show up, your professionalism, your follow-up, your energy. That will attract the next thing. Every day is new. Every day, I troubleshoot a problem. Every day, I create my own structure. Every day, as a CEO, I am in control of my own destiny. Number 4, speak truth to power and to the people. Since I began creating my own work in 2010, I have always been committed to creating and producing work that authentically represents the African diaspora, on stage, screen, and in community. For me, artistic citizenship grounds me to continue to move forward and keeps me focused. I urge everyone to pour into your communities, to continue to think deeper about your history, your lineage, what you can give back to Ellington, to your hometown, to the next generation, and to those less fortunate. In today's society, injustices surround us. Conflicts in Sudan, Haiti, Ukraine, and Palestine, free Palestine. The world will need your bold voices as artist citizens to speak truth to power, to be courageous in the face of capitalism, racism, sexism, homophobia, and all the other injustices. Just remember your voice matters. How you show up in a room matters. How you get back up after you have fallen over and over again matters. And the communities you represent while you actualize your dreams, they matter. Your ultimate legacy will be how people remember you. And my final bit of advice, number 5, breathe and have faith. I think back to my teenage self who was so in a hurry to figure it out and who was always aiming for perfection. After 20 plus years, one of the biggest pieces of advice I have is to take a deep breath and enjoy the moment. In life, there are so many ups and downs, and for some of you, you may be even dealing with them today, including grief, poverty, health issues, violence in your communities. I can only say it's up to you to make positive choices to change your outcomes. You must live with passion and positivity, live with intense focus action, if not every day, as much as you can, and have an incredible amount of faith that your path is for you and no one else. Remember that the journey ahead is yours to shape with your unique artistry and spirit. Embrace who you are, for your individuality is your greatest asset. Take every opportunity to see the world, learn another language, study abroad, take up a second major, expand your talents, and your dreams will stir within you. Trust in your path and let your passion guide you to places beyond your wildest imaginations. The world needs your vision and your voice to step forward with confidence and let your light shine brightly. I hope my stories and advice have given you more of an outlook on life and have invigorated your spirit as you move on to the next phase in your life. 20 years later, I can finally answer the question posed by my Ellington theater teacher: why do you do this? My answer, as a citizen artist, I can say, I do this work to carry forward the rich tradition of African diaspora storytelling for the many Black women and girls whose stories have been erased or silenced, and to radically and passionately celebrate joy through the art of storytelling. As you stand on the threshold of this new chapter in your lives, I urge you to remember the many lessons you have learned at Ellington, the shows you've worked on, the academic classes you've taken, the ensembles you've played in, and the underclassmen you have inspired, the friendships you've forged, and the dreams that have ignited your soul. But of all this, remember, in a world fraught with uncertainty and upheaval, the measure of your success will not only be defined by accolades or achievements, but by the impact you make on the lives of others. So, go forth, graduates, with courage in your hearts, passion in your souls, and a relentless drive to create a future that is not only defined by your successes, but by your contributions to humanity. As you navigate the challenges that lie ahead, remember the words of my shiro, Maya Angelou. You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. In fact, it may be necessary to encounter the defeats so you can know who you are, what you can rise from, and how you can still come out of it. Congratulations to the class of 2024. You are soon to be part of the incredible, illustrious Duke Ellington School of the Arts alumni family. The world awaits your brilliance, your creativity, and your boundless potential. Go forth and shine brightly, knowing that you carry within you the power to change the world. Thank you.